Okay, people, again, we're going to begin with our beautiful and spectacular math class. Remember, Jose Luis Manrique from Colegio Mayor de los Andes, and the topic for today, let's continue with the zeros and roots of a quadratic equation. Please, everybody, copy in your netbooks if it's necessary. Remember, zeros are roots of a quadratic equation. The objective for today is to understand how to find the zeros or root of a quadratic equation using QDES software. So let's begin with our class. It's so important that you are here in our class. Remember that always we're going to do our class using YouTube Live. Okay, this is spectacular. Okay, we're in this moment 8 students, so we're going to wait for 2 minutes more. 2 minutes more to wait for your partners. Okay, okay. I want to say hello to Isa Mora. That is first. Okay, hello Isa. How are you? To Joanne. Hello, Joanna. How are you? You're the number one. Okay. Alejita Pozo, how are you? What about all your things? Okay. What about the other classes? Fine. Okay. Salito, hello, Salito. How are you? You are there. Sarita Ruiz, hello, Sarita Ruiz. How are you? Tommy Villa, hello, Thomas. Hello. What about the things? All right. All's fine. Okay. Okay, let's to wait only. We want to wait only for 2 minutes more to your other partners. Okay, we're going to work to wait for your partners on to begin our class. Here appeared that our date today it's April 15. Okay, I have a mistake here. April 16. Okay, I have to change the number on our slide. Okay. Gabi Hernandez, hello, how are you? You're there today. We're going to continue using zeros or roots in a quadratic equation. Okay, we have to continue with the quadratic equation and use the determinants. Okay, very good. Fine, I'm very fine, Sarita. Very fine. Happy to be here with you, with my friends, my partners. Excellent. Carlitos, hello. Hello, Carlitos. Excellent that you're there paying attention all weeks, okay? Excellent that you're there in our class. Okay, we're going to wait 1 minute more. We're 12 in this moment, so we're going to wait 2 minutes more, 1 minute more to the other one. Okay. Sarita, Isa, Gaby, Salo, Alejandra Potsu, good. Isa, Zamora, Tomas Villalobos, very good. Okay, I'm going to wait for the west ones. Okay. Oh, hello, Maria Paula. How are you? Hello, hello. Marie Forero, hello. Ori, how are you, Marie? All's fine. Excellent. Very, very good. Now we are 16 in our class. We're going to wait only 1 minute more. Okay? Please, if you can share this video, this how live to your partners, please share it with them and said, please come on, we are in class, so come on, you have to check the class. Here it's no there, it's no Juanma, Casallitas, Lucho, okay, Jero, Anason, okay. Hello, Maria Jose, how are you? Fine, there, excellent, so happy to be with you. Okay, okay, who's once more? Okay, okay, it's 17. Okay, let's begin. Okay, we are 17 now. Juliancho, it's not there. Okay, please somebody send the video to your partner. Say, come on, remember that we are calling class, math class. It's necessary. Okay, okay. Sarita Suarez is here. Hello, Sarita. How are you? Okay. Okay, let's begin our beautiful class. Remember, please copy on your notebook the series of cereals of a quadratic equation. Now you can understand how to find the series and rows of a quadratic equation using Creator software. So let's begin our beautiful, beautiful class for today. Okay. Hello, Andresillo Piragauta. How are you? Fine. Okay, very, very good. We're going to begin with our plan for today. So let's begin watching a beautiful video. I know that you love this song, so for this reason I put your song there.
Known as the Quadratic Equation.
I have to turn on.
And if you have not learned about it, you've been...
I put it into sound there. Okay, so let's begin with our beautiful song for today about quadratic equations.
Hello, Bobby. I'm here to borrow your dad's protractor.
Hi, Mr. Johnson.
Hey, why so glum, Bobby?
Well, I've only got so many 2x4s to work with, and I've been trying to maximize the area of my sandbox, but no matter how I do the math, I can only work it out so far.
Let me take a look at your work. It looks good so far.
But I always get stuck on this quadratic function in its general form.
Oh, well, that's easy. Just use the quadratic formula.
Quadratic formula?
You mean they haven't...
Okay, let me a moment. I don't know what happened with the song. Appear.
Known as the Quadratic Equation.
Okay.
Let me take a look at your work. It looks good so far.
But I always get stuck on this quadratic function in its general form.
Oh,
okay,
well, that's easy. Just use the quadratic formula.
Quadratic formula?
You mean they haven't taught you the quadratic formula in grade 4 mathematics?
No.
That's odd.
Can you teach it to me?
I'll do even better. I'll sing it for you. There is a formula known as the quadratic equation. And if you have not learned about it, you've been living in frustration. I wanna tell you about it.
Oh, oh, oh.
'Cause you can't live without it.
No, no, no.
And if you learn it quickly, you're ahead of the rest. 'Cause it's on the test. It goes x equals the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared, minus 4ac all over 2a. Now you try it with me, Bobby. X equals the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared, minus 4ac all over 2a. It's the quadratic equation. The quadratic equation. And if you learn it quickly, you're ahead of the rest. 'Cause it's on the test. What do you think, Bobby?
This makes life so much easier.
Everybody now. It goes x equals the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared, minus 4ac all over 2a. X equals the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared, minus 4ac all over 2a. It's the quadratic equation. The quadratic equation. And if you learn it quickly, you're ahead of the rest. 'Cause it's on the test.
Hey, Mr. Johnson, while you and all the random people that appeared out of nowhere were singing the song, I used the quadratic formula to solve my sandbox problem.
See, Bobby, math is fun.
Yeah!
Okay, everybody, now I know that you love the songs, because I know that song go to your heart and your soul. Okay, remember the quadratic equation: minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, it's so important that you have to remember it always. Okay, if we want to do the process in simplest form, I prefer use in this case the quadratic formula. Yes, it's the first time or the first watch, it's a little awful, but look at that. I think that it's so easy, and when you can do it with them, it's very easy to do the exercise. Okay, now let's begin. We're going to see the second video. We're going to remember about the discriminant.
I think we've
okay?
had some pretty
Remember
good
that
exposure
when
to
we
the
are
quadratic
speaking about
formula,
the
but
discriminant,
just in
we
case you
are only working with a literal structure part of our quadratic equation. We are only speaking about the equation into the square root, that it's b squared minus 4ac. In this part, we can find if the equation, no, the answer of the equation, it's higher than 0. Remember that we have two solutions, okay? We have two intercepts with the x-axis. If the solution is equal to 0, remember in this case we have only one solution. So we have one intercept with the x-axis. But if it's the solution, the answer of this part of the equation, it's less than 0, it's a negative number, we don't have, okay, any answer. So the graph doesn't intercept with the intercept x, okay, the x-axis. Okay, so we're going to remember we're only going to see only the 6 minutes, okay, because we have to work again using the quadratic formula to find the intercepts and to find the discriminant. Okay, so let's begin. This is a beautiful video about discriminant of a quadratic equation about Academy.
haven't memorized it yet, let me write it down again. So let's say we have a quadratic equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. The quadratic formula, which we proved in the last video, says that the solutions to this equation are x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of that over 2a. Now, in this video, rather than just giving a bunch of examples of substituting in the a's, the b's, and the c's, I want to talk a little bit about this part of the quadratic formula. This part right there. The b squared minus 4ac. AC. And we've seen it in a couple of the problems we've done as examples, that this kind of determines what our solution is going to look like. If, for example, b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, if this is greater than 0 right here, we're going to have two solutions, right? The square root of some or I should say, the square root of some positive number that's non-zero. There's going to be a positive and negative version of it. We're always going to have a b over 2a or a negative b over 2a. So you're going to have negative b plus that positive square root and a negative b minus that positive square root all over 2a. So if the discriminant is greater than 0, then that tells us that we have two solutions. Now I just used a word. And that word is discriminant. And all that is referring to is this part of the quadratic formula. That right there, let me do it in a different color. This right here is the discriminant of the quadratic equation right here. Discriminant. You just have to remember, it's the part that's under the radical sign of the quadratic formula. And that's why it matters, because if this is greater than 0, you're having a positive square root. You'll have the positive and negative version of it. You'll have two solutions. Now, what happens if b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0? If this is equal to 0, if you take b squared minus 4 times a times c, and that's equal to 0, that tells us that this part of the quadratic formula is going to be 0. And the square root of 0 is just 0. And then your only solution is going to be x is going to be equal to negative b over 2a. Or another way to think about it is you only have one solution. So if the discriminant is equal to 0, you only have one solution. You only have one solution. And that solution is actually going to be the vertex, or the x-coordinate of the vertex, because you're going to have a parabola that just touches the x-axis like that, just touches there, or just touches like that, just touches at exactly one point when b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. And then the last situation is if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then over here you're going to get a negative number under the radical. And we saw an example of that in the last video. And if we're dealing with real numbers, we can't take a square root of a negative number. So this means that we have no real solutions. In the future, you're going to see that we will have complex solutions, but if we're dealing with real numbers, we have no real solution, because makes no sense. Square root of a negative number, at least it makes no sense in the real numbers. And then there's more you can think about. If we do have a positive discriminant, if b squared minus 4ac is positive, we can think about whether the solutions are going to be rational or not. If this is like 2, then we're going to have the square root of 2 in our answer. It's going to be an irrational answer, or our solutions are going to be irrational. If b squared minus 4ac is 16, we know that's a perfect square. You take the perfect square root of a perfect square, we're going to have a rational answer. Anyway, with all of that talk, let's do some examples, because I think that's what makes all of these ideas tangible. So let's say I have the equation negative x squared plus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. And all I'm concerned about is I just want to know a little bit about what kinds of solutions this has. I don't want to necessarily even solve for x. So if you're in a situation like that, I can just look at the discriminant. I can just look at b squared minus 4ac. So the discriminant here is what? B squared is 9 minus 4 times a, negative 1, times c, which is negative 6. So what is this equal to? This negative and that negative cancel out, but we still have that negative out there. So it's 9 minus 4 times 6. This is 9 minus 24, which is less than 0. So we're going to have a number smaller than 0 under the radical. So we have no real solutions. No real solutions. That was this scenario right here. And so this graph is going to point downwards because we have a negative sign there. So it probably looks like something like that. If that's the x-axis, the graph is dipping down Its vertex is below the x-axis at its downward opening, so it never intersects the x-axis. We have no real solutions. Let's do another one. Let's say I'll do this one in pink. Let's say I have the equation 5x squared is equal to 6x. Well, let's put this in the form that we're used to. So let's subtract 6x from both sides, and we get 5x squared minus 6x is equal to 0. And let's calculate the discriminant. So we want to get b squared. B squared is negative 6 squared. So negative 6 squared minus 4 times a times c. Well, where's the c here? There is no c here. There's a plus 0 I'm not writing here. There's no c. So in this situation, c is equal to 0. There is no c in that equation. So times 0. So that all cancels out. Negative 6 squared is positive 36. The discriminant is positive. You'd have a positive 36 under the radical right there. So not only is it positive, it's also a perfect square. So this tells me that I'm going to have two solutions. So I'm going to have two real solutions. And not only are they going to be real, but I also know they're going to be rational because I have the square root of 36. Square root of 36 is positive or negative 6. I don't get to end up with an irrational number here. So two real solutions that are also rational. This is this scenario right there. And this isn't, you could also have irrational in this scenario. So it's this scenario plus they're rational. Let's do a couple more just to get really warmed up. Let's say I have 41x squared minus 31x minus 52.
Okay, now, now, I'm going to answer a question. Then save me Gabi and says, the last exercise can be 9 minus 24. C it's equal minus 6. Okay, later say Gabi. Oh, sorry. 9 plus 24. Okay, now let's check it. I'm going to move the video here. Okay, and now you are saying that y it's now 9 plus 24. Okay, but no, because appear like 9 minus 24, so it's negative. Look at that. Look at in this position, it's negative. Okay, in this case, C, it's minus 6. Okay, but we're going to do this. We just have, in this case, have a mistake. Very, very good, Gabi. Yes, yes, in the video, at the Khan Academy, have a little mistake because it's 6 negative or 6 positive. So in this case, it's higher than 0 because have to add. Very, very good. You have a point. And I'm going to write to the Khan Academy too that they identify this mistake. Everybody look at that. Appear like a 6 positive, but it's 6 negative. Okay, very, very good. Excellent, excellent, Gabby. Very, very, very good. Okay, now we have to continue. We must to continue using the quadratic formula. For this reason, now we're going to work using this CUDA software. Okay, but now the things that I want it's that we can work using the quadratic formula and the quadratic equation, and the discriminant of the quadratic equation. Okay, but we're going to work about the exercise 16, 17, and 19. Okay, please, everybody, do the exercise on your notebook and send me a photograph to my mail now. Okay, this is the activity for today. If I have wrong, yes, have great. Okay, this word have great. For this reason I need that everybody work these three exercise. Please find the discriminant and tell me how many solutions have it. In this case, 2 solutions, 1 solution, no solutions. And please do the quadratic formula. And I'm now here in my mail. Now, please tell me and send me the exercise 16, 17, and 18 to my mail. Remember, I'm going to put my mail here. My mail, I'm going to put it where? Okay, I can put it here. J. Enrique. Oh, Colegio Mayor de los Andes.edu.co. Okay, that's my mail. Okay, please, everybody, you have only 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yes, please. Take a photograph and send it to me, to my mail. Okay? Please, everybody, come on, working. Now, this activity had break. Please, exercise 16, 17, and 19. Okay? Please, do it in your notebook and send it to me. Take a photograph with your cell phone and say, Jose, this is my, you can find here my exercises 16, 17, and 19. So come on, everybody. What the things do you have to do? Only find the discriminants and tell me the answers using the quadratic formula. Remember, use the quadratic formula and the discriminant, okay? So everybody, come on, let's go. Working. Okay, everybody, I am waiting for your exercises. Okay, remember J Manrique with double R. Okay, J Manrique with double R. Okay, everybody, you have 7 minutes more. Come on, everybody, come on quickly. I am waiting for your mails. Okay, I'm waiting for your mails. Come on. No, you have to tell me the discriminant. How many solutions have the equations, so how many intercept with the x-axis have the quadratic equation, and tell me the answer of the zeros. That if in one is -2 and the other one is 1, or if only have one zero, tell me which number is the zero, okay? Okay, no mails, no mails. Please, I am waiting for your mails. If you want, you can use your calculator, okay? Okay, remember that when you execute the discriminant formula, in that moment, it's like you have resolved the middle of the quadratic equation because this is part of the quadratic equation, so it's no longer. I want to see the exercise with your own letter, okay? Please don't send me photograph or screenshots with format, okay? Okay, everybody. In this moment, I have all emails. Okay, please, you can take other 7 minutes. Okay, don't worry. Remember my mail, J Manrique with double R. Okay, that's appear in the address structure, the address page. Look at that. Don't worry, Majito. Don't worry. That remember that if you want to see again the video, you can do it, or you can watch again our class, our previously class. That all the classes that we do in this case that we did yesterday and the Thursdays, the past days, you can check it again in YouTube. Okay, all the classes, all our classes are uploaded. Okay, to YouTube. Oh, John, you see that don't understand. Okay, okay, I'm going to help with one. Okay, I'm going to help with one. I'm going to open here paint. Okay, paint. Okay, very good. I'm going to Very good. Now to open the one and this one. Okay. Now. Okay, Thomas, don't worry about it. Okay. Now we're going to use this one. Okay, we have this equation. 9 and square is equal 4 plus 7 and okay, we have to simplify the expression. We have to move the other numbers to their left side. Okay, it's necessary to move the left side. So we have 9 and square minus 7 and minus 4. So it's equal 0. Okay, now we have to identify A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, and C. In this case, A is 9, B minus 7, okay, and C minus 4. Okay, very good. Okay. Oh, you need that I show the 17? Okay. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, look at that. Now you can find the 17. Very good. Now we have A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, and C. Excellent. Now we have to replace it in the discriminant equation. Remember the discriminant equation? It's b squared minus 4ac. Okay, this is the discriminant equation. Now we have to replace these values into the equation. B in this case is minus 7 squared, okay, minus 7 squared minus 4, okay, times a, that in this case is 9, very good, times, okay, minus 4, okay, excellent. Now minus 7 squared, it's minus 7 times minus 7. In this case, it's 49 positive. 49 positive. Excellent. I have 1, 2, 3 exercises. Excellent. Very good. Now, minus times plus times minus is positive. In this case, we already know that like it's positive, so the answer is it's higher than 0. Like it's higher, now we can know it's bigger than 0. I can know that the discriminant, in this case, we have two solutions, but we're going to continue with them, okay? We have 4 times 4, 16 times 9, it's 144. 144. Now 29 plus 144, it's 193. 93. Like you can see in this case, the discriminant it's bigger than 0. Okay, so the answer, I know that we have in this case 2 zeros. Two zeros. This is a number 2. 2 zeros. Now it's necessary that remember that you have to play these numbers into these equations. 2 zeros represent that in this equation can be in this form. 1. These 2 zeros represent this intercept and this intercept. That represent 2 zeros that have 2 intercepts with the x-axis. Okay, very good, excellent, very good, excellent. Now I'm going to read some comments. only it's learned for the equation and replace. Well, that's very good. Only it's do the equation. Very Maho. They explained what the teacher is doing the exercise 16. Very, very good. Excellent. Remember that you can check again, that you can watch again this video later if you want at the afternoon or at the night and you are going to, I want to understand what we're speaking. Okay, the teacher is replacing the discriminant. Okay, remember that the discriminant equation is this one. This is the discriminant equation. Okay, look at that. Remember, if this equation is bigger than 0, we have two roots. We have only, it's equal to 0, we have only one root. And if it's less, okay, than 0, no root appear. Okay, everybody, I know that the time it's late. So, everybody, 16 and 17, only the exercises 16 and 17 to my mail. Remember, James Enrique with double R, Colegio Mayor de los Andes.edu.co. Okay, please, everybody. I'm waiting for. Oh, Tommy says it's a quiz. No, it's not a quiz. It's a worksheet. Okay, please send it to me. Send it to my mail. You have only 2 minutes more, and we're gonna close our beautiful and excellent class. I don't know what happened with our class, but it's so fast. Don't you think that? Because pass so fast. It's like okay, we're going to begin the class, and oh, the class is finished now, okay? So, please, everybody, come on. Oh, my Google is speaking. Okay. Okay, Carlitos said and send me everything. Okay, very good, excellent. If you can send me the three exercises, it's excellent. Remember, you only have to find the discriminant and the quadratic formula. No more. Okay? Remember that when we, in this case, look at that, we have 193. It's easy. Why? Because you only have to replace again. In this case, it's minus, okay, b, that is this case, it's minus 7, okay, plus or minus a square root of this number. Look at that, 193. 193 because it's resolved now. Okay, this is the discriminant over 2a, that in this case 2 times 9. Okay, 2 times 9. Now we have positive 49, positive. The first it's positive square root of 193 over 18. Okay, and the second one it's positive 49. Excuse me for my numbers. Okay. Okay, we're going to positive non-negative form in this equation with 193, remember the square root, over 18. And we have two, look at that, the first equation, the first root, and the second root. Sure, if we need to do this equation to find the expression time, so we have to do the square root and give the answer. Okay, so remember, everybody, remember the equation. Okay, we are speaking about discriminants. Okay, that it's b squared minus 4ac. If the answer of the quadratic equation, we have to replace the values, identify a, b, and c. We have to identify it, okay? Replace it into the quadratic equation or into the discriminant. If the discriminant, the answer of the equation, of this equation, it's bigger than 0, we have two roots. Equal to 0, one root. Less than 0, no root. Okay? Later, then we have to do the discriminant 4, we can replace it again, okay, using the quadratic formula. And later, only we have to calculate the structure, and look at that, we have one and two solutions. Look at that. The discriminant tells us that we have two zeros and we have two equations, one with positive and the other one with negative. Okay, our class it's finished, my dear students. So remember, please, the people that in this moment it's working, don't worry. Please send me tomorrow. Okay, send me tomorrow. Now you have go to your other class. So remember that you are in my heart. You are in my soul. I really miss your smile.